As always, we love it. Thank you, Al.
All right, later.
Now it's Stone there at the latest. Now, when we come back, we're going to get an update on what happened on that movie set with Alec Baldwin, where he shot and killed director of photography and wounded the director. There's so much that goes into what actually happened that day, and why, in fact, it may have simply been a personal error and not a problem with weapons on set. Jason Nathanson's going to join us in just a couple minutes with the latest on that, and your chance at $1,000 around the corner. Amy King is in the newsroom. She's got an update.
Police are looking for whomever killed the associate pastor of a Christian church in Compton. The pastor was shot and killed at an intersection just before noon yesterday. Investigators say it may have been gang-related. Gas prices have gone up across the U.S. for 27 straight days. The national average is $3.39 a gallon. Sounds like a bargain. Prices are lowest in Oklahoma. California's average price is up to $4.55 a gallon. Three people have been injured when their car crashed into a 30-foot-long boat that had fallen off a trailer onto the 5 freeway near San Diego Bay. The driver of the truck hauling the boat took off. Trouble on the 110 next.
Well, when you think of your home, it's a sanctuary, right? Provides a feeling of peace and protection. What if you could experience that same feeling with your water? Well, Taylor and I both have LifeSource whole house water systems, and every faucet in our houses become convenient, safe place to have filtered, delicious water. A LifeSource whole house water system is maintenance-free, so there's no salt bags, there's no filter changes, there are no monthly exchange tanks, and if you got hard water where you live, listen, the LifeSource whole house water system can reduce your hard water systems. In fact, they get rid of odor and the taste of chlorine from your water without using salt or chemicals. And without those drying effects of those chemicals, you're going to notice softer skin and hair all the time. And you buy direct from the factory. LifeSource Water Systems, their team provides a custom water solution for your home that includes installation, customer service support. The factory has served Southern California for over 37 years, all products made right here in the USA. So call LifeSource today for full service and full confidence in your water. 800-334-5009. That's 800-334-5009, or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, taste and feel the difference.
Yes, sir.
In South LA on the 110.
Southbound side of the 110 freeway, that's going to be right before you get to Florence, and this crash has the middle lane shut down, so things are really heavy from exposition and kind of overall slow out leaving the 5 freeway. Getting into the Planga Pass, southbound 101 before you get to Universal Studios Boulevard, there's a wreck in the 2 right lanes. Things are really heavy there coming away from Hollywood Boulevard. Southbound side of the 101 also slow from Santa Monica Boulevard over to the 110 freeway. Getting into Santa Clarita, southbound side of the 5 approaching Lyons, got a crash here taking away the Tulsa and left lanes, so things are going to be really jammed from Valencia Boulevard. And if you're heading into North Hollywood on the southbound side of the 170 freeway at Sherman Way, got a crash here in the Tulsa lane, so things are pretty slow from about Rockville. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Gary.
This report is sponsored by Southern California Edison. Southern California Edison has this rate let you lower your electricity costs during hours when renewable energy is more abundant. Learn more at SCE.com/time-of-use-rate.
It's Pepper Mark Evening on the John and Penn Show. You want to sell your house or condo fast and easy with no headache? All you have to do is call Seller's Advantage. They will buy your home as is for cash. And the best part is you don't have to hold those open houses. You know, strangers will be walking through your home. That would be kind of scary, having people you don't know hanging out in your house, touching your stuff. That really makes me uncomfortable. There are also no realtor fees or commissions, no escrow fees, and you don't have to repair a thing. Damon and Doug from Seller's Advantage just bought a house from one of our KFI listeners. He only wanted to sell his house, met with a couple of real estate agents, and then with Seller's Advantage. He compared the numbers, and he got the best deal with Seller's Advantage. So if you're thinking about selling your home, call Seller's Advantage and see how much your house is worth. Call now for your free quote. Call 888-321-AS-IS. 888-321-AS-IS. That's 888-321-AS-IS. Or go to SellersAdvantage.com.
You're the getaway car, you're the light.
We take 2 vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccine.
Sponsored by Connecticut Healthcare.
Here's a fact. COVID hospitalizations of young people have tripled since the start of summer. Also a fact.
Vaccines are highly effective in preventing hospitalizations and deaths, even from the Delta variant. If you've got questions about COVID vaccines, talk to a doctor, because our kids are irreplaceable. We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated, and divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone, but you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with Ralph Cordell & Cordell's California area attorney. 1455 Tracy Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92108. CordellCordell.com. Want the best possible price on your next car? Download the Roto app. That's R-O-T-O. Roto lets you browse thousands of vehicles from local dealers right from your phone, and even offers contact-free delivery. And with Roto, there's never any haggling. The price you see is pre-negotiated and already includes every available discount. There's no hidden fees and no surprises. Just 100% transparent pricing. So for a easy car buying experience, download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's R-O-T-O.com.
Did you get all the stimulus money for you and your family? Do you have children and didn't know you could receive monthly child tax credit payments? You can claim your monthly child tax credit payments and receive stimulus payments, even if you don't file a traditional tax return. Visit ssa.gov/EIP to learn how you can apply online. Get the money your family deserves. Visit ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. Taxpayer Expense.
Sponsored by SSA. I'm attorney Darren Kavanaugh from 1-800-NO-COPS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z-Y-S-W-Z. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-COPS.
Good Writing. The Good Writing podcast is a collection of 6 mini shows curated to give you a daily shot of inspiration, motivation, humor, relationship advice, and even astrology. You can choose to listen to one or all of the daily Good Writings offerings available on our feed. It's the perfect daily practice for anyone looking to lead a more intentional, mindful, and inspired life. Listen to the Good Writings podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's get to know KFI's Employee of the Month.
Excellent, thank you.
Victor Wright.
I am the producer of the Daily Guys podcast. In high school, I got my name spelled 5 different ways. I got W-R-I-T-E, I got R-I-T-H-T, I got R-I-C-E. It is ironic that they would spell my name wrong, considering my name is Wright.
Congratulations to Victor Wright.
Victor Wright.
Victor Wright.
Right.
KFI's October 2021 Employee of the Month.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Hearing again, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Their top spot is Studio TVU. They've been trying to cut a bunch of money. The New York Post says this 47-year-old Noah O'Donnell muscled her way into the evening spot in 2019. Was vulnerable because they're trying to figure out how to keep their ratings up. President Biden and Democratic congressional leaders race to try to strike some sort of a compromise on a domestic policy plan. They actually want to do this before the president leaves. He's scheduled to go on Thursday to Rome ahead of a G20 economic summit and a climate conference in Scotland also. 20 minutes past the hour, that means we got $1,000 to give away. Here's how you can win it.
KFI has the chance to win $1,000. Text them into my keyword, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, 200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data, multiple supply, with nationwide contact. That's GRAND to 200.
Winners are notified by phone, and you will have to answer that call, even if it is from a number that you do not recognize. Make sure you pick it up. You can listen every weekday for your next chance to win $1,000. 20 after the hour, between 5:20 in the morning, 7:20 at night, is when we give away all of this money. Jason Nathan's can join us live now from over the hill in very wet Hollywood to talk about what's going on in actually in New Mexico. This is where the movie set, this accident happened where a director of photography was killed. The director of the movie was injured when Alec Baldwin apparently pointed a loaded gun at them and I guess pulled the trigger. We're getting more information about exactly what happened and who was involved. Jason, what's up? A little more information, and we still don't know specifically did he pull the trigger when he was pointing it at them and it shoots out either a live bullet or it's a blank that shoots out a projectile, or was he pulling it out and it misfired in some way that caused it to shoot? It's still not clear on that, but what we do know in this news search warrant affidavit that we got, the info from, which contained interviews with the with one of the cameramen, Reed Russell, and with the director, Joel Souza. So Baldwin, they're rehearsing a scene where Baldwin is in a church. He's sitting in a church pew, and he's practicing cross-body drive. So with his, if he's right-handed, I assume he's right-handed. He takes his right hand, he grabs to his left hip a gun in a holster, and theoretically pulls it out, right, crossing his body, and he's pulling it out and pointing that at the camera, and it's at that point when everything goes wrong. Now, it could be that Baldwin pulled the trigger on that gun, thinking it was a cold gun, as he was told by and the whole set was told by the first assistant director, that this was a cold gun, there was nothing in it that could hurt somebody, that you could squeeze the trigger, do whatever. It's not possible for this gun to go off in any way. Or did it go off as he was pulling it out? That's what we'll get some more information on. In theory, they're going to have a news conference. The first one, by the way, they haven't had any news conferences on this. It's been kind of strange the way that they have operated. It's all been press releases, but on Wednesday, they say they're going to have a news conference Wednesday morning, and at that point, I assume we'll get some more answers on it. You mentioned the first assistant director. The understanding I have is that this guy, David Halls, is the first assistant director, and his responsibility, any first assistant director's responsibility, is the safety of the set. But that it would be very unusual for he himself to physically handle the weapon and turn it over to the actor who's involved. That would be strictly the job of the armorer. Yes or no? It seems that that's a little bit in dispute, and it depends on the set and depends on the thing. But yeah, usually it's the armorer who is mostly in charge of that. So I've seen some actors who said that they have been handled weapons by the first AD. That has been cleared by the armorer. But in those instances, in almost every instance before an actor is given a gun, it is physically cleared in front of them. So they open it up, they look inside, they look in the barrel, they look in chambers and everything, so you can see physically that there's nothing in here that's going to hurt anybody, and then that gun has been given to the actor. That apparently did not happen in this case. And we're getting some reporting that, and I think this is from CNN, that Hall was involved, he was fired from the set in 2019 over a gun incident in the workplace. I'm not exactly sure the details of that, but specifically, it was a gun incident on the workplace. I'd also seen interviews and read quotes from other prop masters and armorers who said it would be very, very rare to ever have live ammo on a movie set, period. And I'm fascinated by okay, well, what rare instance would you have live ammunition on a movie set? It would only be, the only thing I can think of is if you're doing a shot, where you're showing somebody physically loading a bullet into a gun, but even then it can still obviously be safe, but if you're going for some kind of realism, I guess. There is a report out today, and again, we don't have this confirmed, but it's out there, so, why not mention it, that the crew was taking some of these guns on the set and using them for target practice off the set. That is so that's a reason why, and one of the only conceivable reasons I can see why there would actually be live ammo on the set, because for shooting purposes, that would never be the case. You would never need to actually have bullets, and obviously, that would be a very dangerous thing to have. And that's why. But if that's true, then, again, we talked about how chaotic this set was. That just leads to more of that, because why were the guns out of the control of the armorer at any point where people could access them and then take them for target practice? Yeah, it just seems bizarre, because we also understand the armorer, a 24-year-old woman, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, is the daughter, apparently, of a good high-profile sharpshooter. Like, she grew up with weapons around her a lot. I mean, and if you've ever been in those situations, you've ever been around somebody who grows up with weapons, everyone that I know, they know that first rule of handling a weapon at all is that you always assume the damn thing. Right. And safety, 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 safety. And a lot's been made about the fact that she's 24 and she's young. And, you know, people need to start somewhere to get their first jobs. She's been doing this for a long time, but this was one of her first lead armor jobs. And, you know, you have to start somewhere, but you know, it's just, this is one of the things that they're saying led to a huge chain of events, like 17 things that possibly went wrong and ultimately ended in tragedy.
Dana, thank you, appreciate it. Jason Nathan to know the latest on this shooting, and again, it looks like Wednesday is when we'll get some updates from authorities there in New Mexico. We'll do Mixtape Monday when we come back to go. Amy King has an update on the news.
There are calls to get guns off movie sets following the accidental shooting and killing of a cinematographer by actor Alec Baldwin. More than 26,000 people have signed a petition calling on Baldwin to influence the industry to do away with real guns. Producer Lynette Call is among those who say, with the current graphics technology, there's no longer a need for real weapons.
We're just, again, pretending, you know, we're making movies and for entertainment and to inspire people. So nobody should be dying out of that.
California State Senator David Cortese says he plans to roll out legislation that would rid movie sets of live ammunition and guns that can fire live rounds. News brought to you by Cunning Dental Group. The Orange County DA has called for more programs to help support the families of people facing low-level drug crimes.
Orange County DA Todd Spitzer says he's working on pre-filing diversion programs to help keep families from becoming homeless if, for example, the main bill payer ends up in jail.
We may not even file criminal charges for people under the influence of alcohol or drugs who are committing low-level offenses if we can get their agreement to go into a program.
At an OC Commission to End Homelessness meeting last week, Spitzer said he wants to be sure that before such diversion options are offered, that the county has actual programs in place. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
People who live in towns along the Columbia River in Oregon are pushing back against big tech companies that are building data centers in the area. Google has already built one and wants to build 2 more near the city of the Dalles east of Portland. Data centers are put near the river because they use millions of gallons of water a day to keep their hot-running equipment cool. But the people say they're worried eventually there won't be enough water for everyone, including farms and fruit orchards, which are big water users. An American Airlines plane flying from New York to Los Angeles had to make an emergency landing because of reports of smoke in the cabin. The plane landed in Wisconsin yesterday afternoon. Everyone was able to get off safely. A separate flight later flew the passengers the rest of the way to LA. We've got a crash in the Columbia Pass on the 101.
We're outside of the 101 freeway before we get to Universal Studios Boulevard, where the 2 right lanes are taken away. Things are slowing down just beyond Hollywood Boulevard, where the southbound side goes from Melrose over to about the Country Road. You're heading into downtown Los Angeles. Southbound side of the 5, right before Lions, as you're getting through Santa Clarita, get a crash here in the Chelsea and left lanes. The things are heading from Valencia Boulevard, while the northbound side is pretty slow, coming away from Rockford over to McKean Parkway. As we make it a ride into Studio City, southbound 101 at the 134, looks like the right lanes are flooded out there, so as you're heading there, coming away from just about the 405. And we're going to see delays if you're heading on the 605 northbound side, leaving Industry from Peck Road on over to the 10. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jerry.
Well, rain might be coming into your house today, but you ever had a pipe burst in your house? And you get into that, you know, basement, I don't know how to do that basement, but you know those scenes in the movies where the dishwasher, washing machine breaks and water is just everywhere? You've got to call Abner Dad as soon as possible. Do it while you're still standing in the water. It doesn't matter. The insurance company, yes, they're going to be looking out, though, for the insurance company. Abner Gat is looking out for you. Abner Gat is a public insurance adjuster. And the best part about his life, he's on your side. Well, you can probably see that insurance company, but if you've ever done that, it's going to be worse than the flood. Abner Gat negotiates on your behalf to make sure you are getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for years. In fact, that's all they do. They've got the experience, they've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. No one messes around with Abner Gat and his team. So give them a call, 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256, or visit AbnerGat.com, ABNERGAT, AbnerGat.com, or call them directly, 818-917-5256.
Southbound River from KFI, rain with highs in the 50s to mid-60s, cooling off overnight with lows in the 40s and 50s, sunny tomorrow, highs in the 60s to low 70s for the beaches, Metro LA and Inland OC, low to mid-70s for the valleys and Inland Empire, We'll warm into the 80s for Wednesday and Thursday, then cool back down a bit as we head toward the weekend. We leave local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I am King.
Attention savvy investors. Looking for predictable monthly cash flow? Want to reduce uncertainty? Hedge inflation and stock market risk with double-digit targeted returns? If you want the safety and security of a real estate investment without the hassles of being a landlord, you've probably heard of NRIA. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year, developing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. They're a great fit for safety-oriented investors who want cash flow and diversification into carefully chosen real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
And offer securities presented by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
The Medicare annual enrollment period, well, it's now here. It's open. And navigating Medicare, that can simply be overwhelming. Why? Because every plan is different. They change every year, and sometimes significantly. And you have a unique situation and budget. You're just different from your neighbor. AGA Medicare Options will compare most of the major plans at once at no cost to you. They'll help you find plans that are accepted by your physician, cover your medications at the lowest out-of-pocket cost, and even if you're already on Medicare, or you're about to go on Medicare, set up a free benefit review from AGA to ensure you're still on the best plan, or will be, and it's absolutely free. Dial pound 250 on your cell phone and say the keyword My Medicare. That's pound 250 on the cell, say My Medicare, or visit AGAMedicareOptions.com. That's AGAMedicareOptions.com.
Protect and purify the air you breathe with IQ Air.
Visit IQAir.com/US. IQAir.com/US.
You know, for the past 10 years, you've generously given to Katarina's Club, raising millions of dollars and hundreds of tons of food. But here's the thing about hunger. It doesn't end with one meal. The kids still need to eat every day. And KFI remains committed to keeping those children fed. Pastathon 2021, our 11th annual, is coming soon. Join us on Giving Tuesday, November 30th, on KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Again. Very Jim and KFI AM 640 live everywhere. On the iHeartRadio app on this Monday, October 25th. Dan's out today. She'll be back. We promise. The big deal on Friday, of course, is our news and brews. We're going to be live at People's Restaurant Brew House in Orange at the Outlets at Orange there on City Drive South. We'd love it if you would come on out. We're trying to work out a deal. We want you to show up in costume. If you choose, you don't have to. Maybe it's a kid's thing for you. That's fine. We'll be in costume because we don't care. We have no self-respect. But again, that's this Friday, the 29th, at DJ's Restaurant and Brew House there in the city of Orange. The news out of Moderna today is that they believe their coronavirus vaccine produces a strong immune response in kids, you know, between 6 and 11, so there's being 6 to 11. Data said that the vaccine generated antibodies in kids in that age group up to 1.5 times as high as what they had seen in adults. We saw that Anthony Fauci said he believes the children 5 to 11 could start getting vaccinated against COVID as early as the first couple weeks of November, if you want your kids to do that. We've been following the storm that had rolled through just about all of California. In fact, it inundated a lot of the West Coast, I should say, over the course of these last few days. And the storm that rolled through the North Bay specifically, north of San Francisco, Mount Tamalpais saw 17 inches of rain over the course of 48 hours. There was a weather gauge in downtown San Francisco that recorded 4 inches of rain yesterday. That is by far the wettest October day ever in San Francisco and considered the 4th wettest day period since they started keeping records in San Francisco during the gold rush. In Monday,
Massive beach.
about 1:30, we started talking about
Massive beach.
You know, looks good Monday, right?
That goes.
I thought this was hilarious because if you're planning a Vegas trip in February, I got an idea for you. If you like Billy Joel, and you like Metallica, I'm going to reach into for you, alright? Billy Joel and Metallica coming together. In February, that's